everyone. So these are my stuffed animals that I've finally decided to give away, and I'm just gonna kind of leave them next to the elevator with a couple of signs here and there. A lot of these guys have a lot of memories with me, but sadly, gotta grow up, and can't take them forever. But I will keep two. And yeah, these two guys, they'll be making a fun little journey soon enough. So that should be good. My two little signs will be here in the elevator. Stuffed animals need good home, 6th floor. That'll be in each elevator. And then on the 6th floor, that rates me. And now, need a good home. Yes. Godspeed, guys. So even though Philly's not the most bike-friendly place, they did put some bike lanes in here, and this is a nice part of the city. Near South Street? Yeah. Just riding a little bit. That guy's far better rider than I am. I'm just here for the cat. along the way. We have it. Home sweet home. Alright, so a day of many things. Did some bike riding. Did something else. Oh yeah, gave away my stuffed animals. And now I am learning how to cook. I don't know if you can read that. Baking ravioli with eggplant. Yes. So, got my ingredients here. On the bag. Let's see if it's not moldy? Yes, not moldy. And then the... Ooh, it's kind of wet in here. Looks good, maybe? Maybe? Okay, it's a little mold. It's okay. We'll salvage that. And this one... That's right, we only handle fresh ingredients in the Huang household. Sorry. I've been kind of set back on these things, but no big deal, and I will guide you along the way as I cook. So right now, the instructions on this website said to, oh, it's just a blinding blue screen, it was to cook for an hour, but it didn't say what temperature, and all the other websites said cook for 20 minutes at 350, so I'm just going to do 350, I'm going to do 20 minutes, and I'll do the rest of it as we go along. So this might be the first time I've ever cooked, or actually cut eggplant, actually. I don't know what it's supposed to smell like. It seems okay. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice into slices, and just to make it have a higher surface area, so when I bake it, it will be easier to be cooked. I don't have a food processor, and that's what this recipe calls for, so I'll just be chopping it up as finely as I can after we do the baking. And yeah, hopefully I don't burn it. That'd be kind of nice. I'll probably just lower the temperature as we get closer. I'll check on it probably halfway, 10-minute mark, and just see how it is. This might be too much surface area, but in any case, slice my eggplant, just waiting for the thing to heat up now. And while it does, I'll do the whole mixture of all our other ingredients. Alright, so the oven's preset. I have the eggplant all set up here. When you cook, read the directions beforehand, because I could have just left it as it was actually, because I'm going to have to scoop out the insides for the filling. I don't actually have the skin, and I didn't realize that. So always read the instructions, lesson learned, before you start cooking. We're just going to put it here, like that. Alright, so it's 6:01 now, so 6:20 we'll get it all set out there. So the following directions are to get all the other ingredients and just throw them into the bowl. Not too complicated. So first we need 3 cloves of garlic. Check. Got my garlic. Mixed in with my ginger. Alright. So this is really my first time of really cooking. So if I look like I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing, like maybe this for example, just pretend I'm not doing it. Pretend I'm doing it right. And then maybe just mention in the comments how I should do it. Or you can tell me later how I should have done it. I've seen people just take the flat of the knife and just slam it until it cracks. I didn't feel like doing that because I don't have a heavy enough knife. You need like the big butcher knives from what I've seen. I could be wrong, but so you got this, 1 clove. Just peeling off the thick skin part. And you're gonna make a mess. It's part of cooking. With it, don't worry about it. if you want to clean while you're cooking, that's cool. If you're able to get someone else to help you while you clean, that's even better. Like while you cook, they clean. I'm always the cleaner, so this is why I don't know how to cook, because I never really pay attention. My bad. So that's 2 cloves and 3 cloves. Now, I personally like garlic a little more, so I'm going to add maybe just 1 more clove. It's probably going to taste terrible because of it, but you know what? I don't care. That's okay. I don't mind. My former escapades with cooking, I've always added too much flavor instead of not enough. So, this will be my folly yet again. I will add too much flavor, and I don't mind. Alright, and so that's 4 cloves. And what we're going to do here is mince all these up so they're very fine. And get that set. Hopefully I can prepare this fast enough in 20 minutes. I don't know if you want to watch this for 20 minutes. You don't have to. You can skip around. Feel free. But yeah, Philadelphia. It was pretty fun biking. I enjoyed that. It wasn't too complicated going through on the bike routes that you're supposed to go on. So just make sure you just look online and grab whatever you need instruction-wise for which parts are safe and which are not so safe for bikes, because people kind of expect you, and also most of those lanes, most of those roads are painted for bike lanes, or they just have significantly less traffic, and the city knows this, so they just make it so that it's easier for everyone to enjoy themselves and not get stressed out drivers and stressed out bikers. Alright, so just mincing this up. It's going to take a little while. Yeah, you get the idea. So while you're mincing it, what I like to do is just put them all close together and just with the top of my blade just press down just very closely all the way down. And that gets it pretty fine. I mean, it's not perfect. And like I said, this is supposed to be all pureed in a food processor. It's like a blender pretty much. And I don't have one. So just by hand, the coarseness will give it character and texture, right? That's how we push. Let's do some marketing spin on this. So we got that. Oh, excuse me. And got the trash. If you want to, and you have like enough sink space, you can just throw all your trash into the sink and just run some water and then pick it up when it catches on the drain. That's if you have the space. I don't have the space, so I'm just going to go to the trash can. So once you get that, next thing that's called for is 1/4 cup of soy sauce. Soy sauce doesn't really matter what kind you get. Mushroom sauce, soy sauce, heavy, light. In my opinion, it's all pretty much the same. It's really important that you cook fairly often enough to know where your measuring stuff is, because I am clueless. I do not cook that often. And I guess we moved it. Okay, now I feel silly. Okay, I give up. Where are you? Aha! Found them. Alright. Okay. Ah, right, up here. Okay, so... Right. Also very important, find your supplies beforehand. So 1/4 cup of soy sauce. Now I have 2 pounds of eggplant in there right now. This might be a little less than that, so I cut some off, but roughly 2 pounds. 1/4 soy. This is mushroom sauce, so it's a little heavier. It's going to make it salty enough. There's really no need to overdo it. If you want to, at the end, of course, you can always just put the soy sauce on top of the dumplings, or the Peking raviolis that they are. They're really dumplings. Then we have 1/2 cup scallions chopped coarsely. I can do coarsely. Coarsely is pretty easy. So we have our scallions. I love these scallions over here, these complicated bags with one opening. Oh my goodness, so complicated. Alright, not the best of shape, but it's been a while. So we're gonna ignore that. And let's take, what is it, 1/2 cup? Probably need more than that. Let's do that for now. Alright. Rinse. Okay. And checking on time, about 9 minutes. I can do that. I'm pretty sure I can do that. Alright, and then this part, just cut this off. There we go. Get rid of that. Not sure why. I don't know if it's bitter tasting or color or flavor, who knows. Somebody knows out there, but not me, because I don't cook. I just pretend that I do. Chop it, chop it, chop it. You. That's nasty. Alright. Pretending that didn't happen. Okay. Yeah, blade's not sharp enough, so I can't do it. So with knife etiquette, just make sure your blade is down before you keep your finger there. So put the blade down first, then put your finger. Yeah, then you won't cut yourself. I have yet to cut myself. Go figure. I haven't cooked that much to warrant the number of chances to do so. And all these little slimy bits, we're just gonna put in that corner. That way you won't have to eat them. Probably nothing wrong with the slimy bits. Just personal preference of not having to deal with them. Okay, so we'll see if this is 1/2 cup. I can always just cook the rest of it. Not a big deal. Talking to myself. Okay, here we go. Here's a cup. Here's a 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup. Yeah, that's plenty. Oh, I'm getting league messaged. Hey, not bad. Yeah! Look at them apples. Yeah, what? What? Okay, that goes in there. Respond to whoever's talking to me in the league. So I don't seem like a jerk. Oh my god, it's Rich! Oh my god, it's you! Give me 1 second, folks. I want to play about cooking. Wow. Okay, so we're on there. Got this all set here. Time 6 minutes until this is up. 1 tablespoon mustard. I don't feel like putting mustard in this because I just don't. I'm pretty sure it means the seasoned mustard, not your yellow French's mustard. So I'm not gonna put in that. We'll skip that. 1 tablespoon of paprika, or teaspoon, not tablespoon, teaspoon. Pretty significant. paprika. Right, okay, paprika. So we got some fancy paprika. Yeah, fancy enough? I think so. Alright, so fancy paprika, 1 teaspoon. So this is a tablespoon, in case we all need to figure that out. And this is a teaspoon. Teaspoon, small spoon. That's the rough estimate of it. So let's see what Rich is saying. I am eating nachos and salsa instead of cooking. Ha 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 ha. Ha. Okay, good. So we got this here. When you do this, do not dip the spoon into here. Some people say it's fine, whatever, but generally not a good idea. Let me loosen this up. Shake it up. Okay. I'm running out of time. Measuring it over the sink. And the stuck. Jerks. Okay. The thing he said, the hotter the better, the spicier the better. I'll take the word for it. Alright. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to break my own rule, and I'm going to stick this in here to loosen it up. It gets like this when there's moisture gets inside, so the longer you keep it open, like I am doing now, the more it's likely you're going to get messed up like it is right now. So, it smells really nice. Alright, so paprika in there, done. Paprika done. Gonna put this over here. 3 minutes. Yeah, pushing the timer. What am I doing? Ginger. Ginger. It's 1 tablespoon. That's it? Okay, 1 tablespoon ginger. 1 tablespoon, I'm gonna say is like this. Like that's, I'm gonna say it's 1 tablespoon. Okay, 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon, right, small spoon. So we'll say it's that. I like ginger, personally. I like the particular taste of it. Now I'm going to curl all these up, put in my big bag of darkness. Pray that, well, I'm not going to pray, but hopefully these don't get even more moldy than they already are. That's trash, good. Take this, gonna put it in the fridge where it's nice and safe and where I can ignore it. Alright, more choppy choppy. I'm going to do a choppy choppy kind of choppy choppy, meaning quickly. Chop chop. Alright. Looks decent. I'll get off the skin a little bit. I don't mind the skin, but who knows? Whatever. Done. Okay, so that looks like a lot. That looks like a half tablespoon, maybe. So we'll just chop that up. Looks like So any of you have advice on my slicing habits, my abilities, just go ahead and post them on the comments below. I will not take offense to most of them. A few of them I will be extremely offended by. You don't have to worry about them. I'll worry about which ones I'm offended by and which ones I'm not. Clanky, clanky, clanky. Clanky, clanky. Okay, stop that. Alright, much better. So alright, so chopping these up. Looking good, looking fine, looking fancy free. Got this here, got this here, got this here. Looks good. Time 1 minute. So pro. I guess to make sure I didn't burn it. Looks cool. Nice. Alright, taking out of the oven. I'm gonna use a space here, so you guys have to move. Sorry, bros. Here. Rinse this off. And brush this junk. Still 1 minute to go. Alright. So if I had more time, I would totally clean everything that I just made. That's a mess. But no time, so too bad. Got these guys. Gonna put this here. This is trash. Don't want to burn my laptop. That would be unfortunate. So, oven's off. Taking this out. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, I'll put it here. That's fine. Alright. Running air conditioning. Don't need the heat from the oven. And a little steamy. Looks pretty cool. So, let's see. They should be allowed to cool. While they're cooling, mix the rest of the ingredients in the bowl to make a marinade. Should look a little bit shriveled. I probably could have baked it a little longer. And we're supposed to let it sit for 15 minutes? That's a long time for it sitting. Yeah, let me see. Oh man, they started the game without me. Should have known. Should have known. Dang. Just missed them. Alright. So that's unfortunate. I missed my friend's play. But that's okay. So, we got a knife and a spoon. Alright, let's just use the spoon that we had over there. Okay. So, this is cool. Spoon this into this floppy mess over here. Alright, so yeah, it comes off kind of easy. No, falling apart. That's cool. That's cool. Alright. You just watch me handle this mess. Okay, we're just gonna do this. I don't think it baked long enough. Okay. So getting all the fleshiness off? Yeah. Okay. Put that over there. Oh, scratching stuff. Okay. That. Okay. Alright, more sliciness. All right, that one looks good. Yeah. You know, I'm going to transfer this cutting board. That's what we're going to do. Cutting board. All right, bring it back. Okay. I'm going to do a transfer one at a time. Yeah, looks good. Oh, that's still raw. Okay. You know what? We're gonna just have some raw eggplant. I guess. I don't even know. Oh, you know what I can do? I'll just bake this a little more. Yeah, I'll do that. So I'm gonna skin these, and then when I'm done skinning these, I'm gonna put them back in the oven for a little. I figured, what the heck, I'll have the whole Escapade X recorded. You guys can feel free to skip whatever you feel like skipping. Just play it that way. Alright. Just slice off that, make it easy for myself. Okay. Let's just sit there. So I'm going to turn the oven back on. That way it just maintains the heat. Oh, you know what? I'll just write out the heat. That's fine. Let's do that. I'll leave it in for maybe like another 10 minutes. And we'll see. See what's up. So yeah, I'm doing this nice slow process, and I'm just thinking of those guys at Hibachi. They just like fling things all around, and meat's flying, and rice is flying, and you're just so amazed, and they're just doing like little volcanoes of fire, and you're just like, why can't I cook like that? And I'm here cutting with a spoon, because I'm pro like that. Oh, oh. So, cooking, don't take shortcuts. This is basically what I'm learning. And this is my knowledge that I'm learning right now, imparting to you. Just, it's not worth it. Don't take any shortcuts. Like right now, because I didn't let it sit long enough in the oven, it's, I don't know, I think it'd be easier to cut. I don't know. Looks pretty cool. Like big white steaks with seeds in them. Who knows? Who knows is what's going on anymore. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. That. Yeah, take that. So yeah, I'm thinking of doing a cooking show that's gonna be an hour long of just me just slicing things and not having anything pre-prepped. I can understand that why they don't have anything pre-prepped. Well, they have everything pre-prepped. I mean, we're like, okay, we're not gonna do the cutting. We're just gonna have it all in this bowl that my assistant did while you all were just watching that commercial. I'm not sure why I just went to that southern accent. Okay, probably because I said you all. There we go. Alright, that goes in the trash can. Trash can. Okay, let's do this again. And hopefully when I put it on here, it's not going to flip. Go into the sink. Alright, things cool. Plopping it on. Yeah, look at that. It looks like fish or something tasty, I'm sure. Okay, that's ready to go. Gonna clean that off. I'll leave this in for another 10 minutes. And no, I will not have this. I won't have this record for 10 minutes. That's too much. That's too long. So 10 minutes later, I'll get back to you. It's 6:30 now. 6:40. Right. Well, I'll get back to you. All right. Now it's 10 minutes later. 6:40. Let's see how our eggplant is. Turn off the oven. Check in the eggplant. Looks steamy. Feels hot. I don't know if that means it's good or not. Hey, it rhymed. Okay. So testing this. Yeah, I don't know. I guess if I had a processor, it would be easy. But since I don't, kinda stinks. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to actually take this, I'm gonna cut it all up once it cools down so I don't burn my hands, and then once it's cut up, then I'll mix all of this, let it cool some more, and then I'll start making the dumplings. So I'll give you another maybe 15 minutes, let it cool again. So we'll see how it works then. Alright, so now slicing it. The previous knife I had, the blade fell off the handle, so yeah, that's in the trash. Yeah, so now just chopping these up. And keep in mind, all these are going to be in dumplings, so you don't have to make it too fine, but you can't have like giant chunks either. Like that's not going to work. But in either case, just slicing it through, and like bits and pieces. Like when you have the puree from the food processor, obviously it will be like a really, it will look like baby food, pretty much. And I can see that as being very easy to put in dumpling form, ravioli form. So it called for ravioli skins. I don't have ravioli skins. Instead, I bought dumpling skins, and those you can get at your. Well, I got them at the Chinese store because I live in Chinatown. And it was easy. It was cheap too. It was like $2. Everything was like $2 per item. So this meal is probably going to cost about $10 or so, and it'll make about $30–40 worth. Of course, you got to put the time and effort in. So, and you put all the ingredients in, so you know exactly what you're getting. And of course, the wonderful joys of laboring for food. It's always nice. This process is taking about an hour 30 minutes. It might roll around 2 hours, so make sure you give yourself enough time beforehand. I started way too late for this process to get a good dinner time in here, because you gotta bake it, and then you gotta cut everything up, prep it, and then you also have to put it in dumpling form, and then you have to, of course, boil all the dumplings. So, my bad on time management. I thought I had more time than I did. So now it's just chopping all the squishiness. Looks so awesome, doesn't it? Constantly make me think of seafood. So what I'm learning right now is try to start with small bits in the beginning. So don't make big slices and then start making them small. Just start with small slices. I wouldn't have to like recut everything. Like that. That's way too big. Also, for those that you play That's What She Said, I believe there have been 2 or 3. Yeah, there have been 3 so far of That's What She Says. Hopefully if you caught all of them and you called them out loud. If you did a good job, give yourself a pat on the back. And if you made it this far in this video, congratulations on your ability and time spent. Hopefully this is just running in the background and you're not actually just watching me slice eggplant all day. Maybe that's your thing. Good. I'm glad I can help you. I'm glad we can keep doing this. So yeah, I've been getting back into the video making habit. So if you have ideas that you want to see, let me know. I have a few other projects right now that I'm running on, so I might not get to it right away. But who knows, maybe I'll just want to put everything else on hold and want to do your project. So again, in the comments, or just let me know through the various games that I play with you, or Facebook if I'm Facebook friends with you. If you happen to come up to me randomly, this is kind of weird for you, I'm pretty sure, just watching me slice up eggplant like this. But let me know through the comments if all else fails, and we can work our way from there. And this video is going to take a very long time to compile because there's so much video, so much useless internet space. Alright, just keep a big bad pile of eggplant. Oh yeah, that's nice. That looks delectable. Oh my goodness, there's so much eggplant left. Why did I make 2 pounds worth? So much. You know, I'm just getting full just looking at this. I don't want to eat this. I'm not used to vegetarian food, to put it that way. I can eat it, but there's just some flavors and textures that I'm not completely familiar with. I don't have a big problem with texture overall, just because when you grow up with Chinese food, you deal with it. And see that move right there? Don't do that move. That move right there? Don't do that move. Like that move is where you slice a finger. You can learn from my mistakes. slice. Alright, look at that. Look at that delectable. Oh, you said that word again. That delicious piece of eggplant. So as you notice now I'm just slicing really close. Really close and really small pieces. I'm still probably have to do these again, just because they're good on this direction, but they're still too wide. So I didn't chop it in half. There we go. Alright, getting there. Trying to finish. Yeah, sloppy. Okay, now we're gonna scoop it into our marinade base and hopefully not make a mess. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, so gonna let that sit there. Gonna stir this up so you can see. Looks like soy sauce mix. Actually, it smells really nice. I think it's paprika. It's just adding a really nice kick of flavor to this. Alright, so I'm pretty excited for this part. Making dumplings is one of my more enjoyable activities, and I'm going to move you guys over here. Alright, so here with the dumpling making process. Dumpling making process, you need some dumpling covers, and this is like $2 to get, some water, and then your mixture. So, and that's really all you need. I have a pan over here to just keep them stored. You probably want to put flour on this so it doesn't stick. I don't really care, so I'm not going to do it. And there we go. So, I'm right-handed, so that's going there. And you just take a little bit, put in the middle, and it really doesn't need that much, because if you put too much, it won't fold properly, and then it will just get stuck. Just put a little bit of water on the edge, and then you just fold up. And these are dried out, so we'll see how this goes. And you fold up and pinch, and you fold up and, yeah, see that cracking? So these have dried out a lot, so these are probably all going to bleed out. That's okay. We'll leave that there. And next one here, a little bit inside. Ring around the edge. And you can really pinch these however you wish. You can make whatever designs you want. This particular fold is just a fold that I do. It's usually cleaner at the top, and you get a nice little packet at the bottom and a nice little like a crown that shows up right there. But like I said, since it's cracking, it's not going to hold up as prettily. And what happens is like the top shells are all going to start cracking, but the bottom shells, like the ones in the middle and lower, they should be better, and it shouldn't be as much of an issue, but I don't really mind. I'm gonna have some like soupy cooking water, but this is a little better. Okay, this one didn't crack as much, so that's a good sign. Just make sure no space. Slop, slop, slop. Slop, slop. Okay. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a smaller fold. But as long as there's contact and you're just pinching enough and there's moisture in between, the dumpling will hold. And it doesn't have to look pretty, as long as it's holding the material inside. And it'll taste good. This is actually going to be very salty. Mushroom sauce is on the much saltier side than normal soy sauces. go. Looking good. See, that's a big chunk, but it'll hold. Okay, there we go. And a big part of cooking, you have to get over your nasty icks and stuff over strange feels and smells and stuff like that, because a lot of things aren't going to smell good and are not going to feel all that pleasant because they're squishy or whatever. Get over it, and just remember the end product's going to be awesome. You'll have a fine time cooking. It smells really nice. The scallion and the paprika make a nice mix, because eggplant doesn't smell at all. I was surprised. I thought eggplant smelled a little bit because it has a pretty distinctive taste. And its texture is very fleshy. So I would think it's a good substitute for meats, which I guess, ta-da, there it is. Substitute for pork. That's right, 4 steps ahead. That's what I do. Alright, it's nice and sealed. So when you're boiling all these little dumplings, it will come to the point where these dumplings are going to break and the stuffing will fall out. It's not a big deal. Just fish out what you can, put it in a bowl, eat it later. If you want to, you can save the broth like I was saying before, and then you really can just like add vegetables into it, add some meat if you want to, mix a little other broth if you want to, and just make it into a soup. The directions in this one really called for a slow cooking process, so like 1 at a time almost, or 2 at a time. I prefer not to do that. I like mass production instead of wasting my time. But I can understand you wanting to cook these all the way, but this is all vegetables, so there's no problem per se of undercooked germs or anything like that. I mean, still are germs, but not as big as pork and beef. Yeah? Alright. Looking good, feeling good. Hands are getting kind of irritated from the salt. Hello? Alright, and here's our finished products of the wrapping, and now we'll do the boiling shortly.